Hi, my name is Michael Crosthwaite and my AIPC number is 012121 and this is a driver's license with my photograph on, so I hope you can see that. Okay, so there's my documentation. Hi Michelle.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Wellness Counselling Service.
Thank you.
My name's Michael and I've been assigned to be your counsellor. Did you get it okay?
Yeah, good bus.
Yeah, you got a bus.
I got a bus. Yeah.
With public transport.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk parking problems and
that's
you know
true.
how long the session would go for.
Yeah,
so
it's quite busy in this suburb. That's a
it's
a great strategy. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Before we start, this is an initial counselling session. Where we're just going to run through some housekeeping, and then we're going to have a quick look at the problem that you brought to the session.
Great.
So yeah, this housekeeping, basically what you and I are doing is entering into a counselling contract.
Okay.
And that counselling contract will be signed. We can sign that a little bit later on when we go out to the reception.
Yeah.
But I've just got to go through a few points with you and
Sure.
make sure that you understand everything and that you're comfortable with it.
Yes.
And happy to sign the
Yeah.
contract.
Okay.
So first of all, we're going to talk about the counselling that we do here. I don't know if you have been to counselling before.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Okay. Well, the counselling service that we give is a person-centred approach.
Right.
So basically, a lot of people think counselling is when you go to be told what to do.
Yeah.
But no, this is all about you. So it's you make the decisions, you set your own goals, and basically, I'm just here to facilitate you through that process.
Okay.
So you own all the process.
Right.
Does that?
Yeah, that's
Sound fine to you?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Yeah, because people are sometimes not quite sure what they're getting themselves into. Confidentiality is always a big issue with clients. Not always, but sometimes a big issue with clients.
That is weighing on my mind a little
Right. Okay. Yeah, and that's fair enough. I understand that.
bit.
So, in terms of confidentiality, anything that you say in our sessions is completely confidential, and all the records are kept safe.
Great.
And we will not divulge that information to anybody.
Okay, it's really good to know.
Yeah.
So if my husband did a random call, found out that I was coming here or whatever, you wouldn't be releasing any information.
No.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
we wouldn't even say that you'd be.
Great. Great.
There are a couple of instances where we would have to give the information to a third party, and they are if I consider that you may be in a position where you would self-harm or harm somebody else.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a case where we would have to let the authorities know. Yeah, and another instance is where a court of law would demand the documents.
Yeah, like
the
subpoena the documents for a
subpoena,
court
that's
case
right,
or something. Yeah.
So and the third one is where you would actually ask for them yourself, and you would have to want to use them as a reference to a third party.
Okay.
So if you want them, you can have them,
Sure.
but we won't give them to anybody else apart from those two
That
circumstances.
sounds good.
So the session plans are basically, you start with 6 sessions,
Okay.
and then we see how we're going from there. The sessions are reviewed every 3 weeks.
Okay.
The sessions run for an hour.
Yep.
Just a bit under an hour because we've got a bit of note taking to do.
Sure.
The fee is $120 an hour. You can pay any way you want, cash, POS,
Okay.
credit card,
Yep.
whatever suits you. And we have a policy where if you cancel within a day, you forfeit the full fee.
Yeah.
If we cancel between 24 and 48 hours, it's 50% of the fee. So that's the policy of the Wellness Centre itself. Record keeping. During our sessions I'll be taking notes. These notes are the documents that I said before will be keeping safe.
Okay, yeah.
The reason for that is we just want to keep track of our process, you know, because 3 or 4 sessions down the track, we might not quite remember where we started.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So for review purposes.
Yeah, things can
okay.
develop as you go along.
Yep.
You know, so we might take a turn,
Yep.
find one problem is
Yeah.
really, there's another underlying cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be taking that, so I'll be relying on you
Right,
to remember
okay.
what progress we've
I
made.
shall do my best.
Yeah.
And the notes kept for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
So just like your tax.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
They're destroyed after 7 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Contact.
Oh, yeah.
Contact is, our contact will be through these meetings.
Yeah.
Now, if you need to contact me outside the meetings, you would have to do that through the Wellness Centre reception,
Okay.
and they would contact me and decide if that's applicable or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that we can work along in time.
Sure.
Yeah. And the last thing is the ending of counselling. So then, when our counselling ends, hopefully we'll resolve the situation, and the counselling will be ended by a mutual agreement. Yeah, because you could say, look, you know, 3 and I've had enough. Or, you know.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
But if that does happen, it would be good if we could have like that one last final session,
Yes.
or some explanation of why.
So, like a debrief.
Yeah, a debrief. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right.
Yeah, because you may want to be referred on to somebody
Yeah,
else.
I'd be happy to do that if
Yeah.
that
We don't know
situation
what-
arose, but
Yeah.
my intention is to kind of see through
Yeah.
the 6 sessions and see what
We think
progress
we
I
know
can
where-
make.
We don't know where this is going to go. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So we can
wonderful.
move on now to the subject matter, the
Oh, yeah.
problem that you brought.
Yeah.
So all that I know is that you've got you're feeling stressed because you've got time management problems.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just time management. It's I work full time. I'm almost like a trainee accountant, and I've been studying for the last 4 years part time to become a fully qualified, certified accountant. So if I get my ticket.
Yeah.
As a fully qualified accountant, the job opportunities will they won't be enormous, but they'll certainly be there. You know, there'll be opportunity for me to move on if I want to from my current place of work, where I'm pretty happy at the moment.
Have a plan.
Yeah, it would open lots of opportunities up to me. More pay, which would be great. But I've been working pretty hard, as you can imagine, for the last 4 years. I've got a husband who works full time, he's an architect. I've got 2 children who are teenagers and they're almost a full-time job in themselves. And then I turn around and I study late at night. And I've been doing it for 4 years, as I said, and I'm almost there. I'm on my second last subject, but I am absolutely spent. I have no enthusiasm for the course anymore. All I feel like doing is dropping out.
Okay, so you can see the finish line.
I can see the finish line. There is this
You're
wonderful
running out of
new
steam.
world just out there, but I don't feel I can reach it because of the pressure I'm under. You know, it's just it's home life, it's work, it's study. It's I don't know. It's all together.
Okay.
It's just.
Well, we've got about 15 minutes to discuss this, so we'll try and nut out what the core of the problem and what we can do about it.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
But the main pressure that I have is that I've got to commit. I've got to sign up to the next subject next week.
Okay.
I've got to pay the fees up front, and I just don't feel the motivation to do it.
Okay.
And I feel like throwing it all away. I don't know. I'm just.
Right. And what does your husband think about this? What's your husband's name, by the way?
Jake.
Jake. Okay.
Yeah.
And have you spoken to Jake about this?
No, not really.
Oh. Okay. So you've tried to speak to Jake?
No, not really. I don't know. I've just sort of been bottling it all up and trying to work through it myself. Yeah, no, I haven't. I mean, he knows everything that I'm trying to do and achieve, and he knows I've got to go back to study next week, but we don't talk about it.
Okay.
No.
So he's busy as well?
Yeah, he's very busy. He runs an architectural practice.
Okay. And as you say, you've got the children, the teenage
Yeah,
children
we've got
going on as
mortgages, and you know, we're both working extremely hard to
Yeah.
just keep the wheels
Yeah.
turning.
So you feel really stressed about all this?
Really stressed. Really.
I presume you feel tired and...
Oh, I
How
don't
would you put
sleep.
it
I'm
in your
not.
own
My
words?
sleep is very broken.
Okay.
It's very patchy. I'm really run down. I know
Okay.
I'm run down.
Yeah, so you feel
But-
stressed, run down,
Yeah.
tired,
Yeah.
sleepless nights.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's just not a good combination
No.
whatsoever.
No.
No.
And I know it's not. You know, I didn't want to go and see my GP because I thought it's not really. It's not a. I don't want a medication to fix. I don't
Right.
think medication will fix
Yeah.
it. It's a big problem I've got to work through.
Right. Yeah, so you see it as a...
Mm.
Is this the kind of problem that has been in your life in other manifestations? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
How would you
I guess it
explain that?
has.
How would you put that into words?
Look, you know, there's just been other stages in my life where I haven't really been managing, and I haven't shared
Mm-hmm.
my load with my family. I've tried to struggle on,
Okay.
do it myself.
Right.
Yeah, it has come up before.
Right. Okay, so there may be a little bit of a pattern there. So
Yeah.
would you say you were an assertive person?
No,
No.
I
Okay.
don't think I could be described as assertive.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So really we've got this problem where you've got to solve, where you just haven't got enough time to do everything, and your current feeling is, I may as well give it away.
Mm.
Right.
I just feel it might be easier to just
Yeah.
quietly defer or just not enroll ever again. And but I guess eventually that's going to, my husband's going to find out.
I'm going to take a punt here and say that the fact that you've thought about this and made this appointment and turned up means that you want to carry on.
Yeah.
Because you've gone to
you could be
great
right.
lengths to...
You could be right.
It's easy just to... All you have to do is just
I
not enroll.
know. Just bottle it up and still
Yeah.
remain silent and all that sort of thing. But yeah, you're right.
So you've turned up.
Yeah.
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 So you've already achieved a goal. You know there's a problem.
Yeah.
You're looking for assistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can get
Right.
through this on my own.
Right. So if we think about the let's check it all in as a goal, that's an option. So what I would like to do now is...
Yes, an easy option.
Yeah, what I would like to do now is look at all the options you have, not just the one that might seem the easiest initially.
Have I got other options?
Well, we
I
can,
can't
we
see
can-
anything at the moment.
well, let's just sort of go crazy
Yeah.
and just think of whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do is look at a few options.
Yeah.
And then just look at the advantages and disadvantages and just work out what the pros and cons are of each one.
Okay.
So option one is you can stop studying, and everything else is manageable then.
I could.
Right. So what if you didn't want to do that? What would another option be?
Oh wow.
How could you keep going?
Well, time is
Yeah.
I'm time poor, so I don't know. I could cut back my days at work. I could cut back to 4 days a week and spend 1 day studying. Then I'd get it done.
Right.
But then
That's another option.
well, you know, I don't have time to study. I don't have time to clean, to cook, to look after the family. So if I had someone come in and help me do that, I had someone come in a day a week or
Okay. Yeah, so
maybe
just
8 hours a week to clean and
Take
to
the-
do some cooking and
carry the load, really.
sure,
Yeah.
that would be ideal.
Okay. Right. So, okay, we've got three options. So let's look at the pros and cons of them. So if you were to stop studying, what is an advantage of that?
I'd probably start sleeping better. Well, maybe, yeah. I'd be less stressed. I would start to feel probably healthier.
I'm trying to look at healthier, as you were saying. That's how we're both on the same page. And the disadvantage of that would be?
I would be riddled with guilt, having thrown 4 years of so much time, study time away, and money. I've contributed, I've paid a lot to get where I am.
Education's expensive.
It's expensive.
So that's why.
So I couldn't make that decision lightly.
That's fair enough. Fair enough, Michelle. So cutting back at work. So you could cut back at work, so you'd have more time to study.
Yeah, I could cut back at work.
So I guess the advantage of that is pretty obvious. You created more time.
Sure. Yeah. I get more time. I get a bit of my life back. A bit of balance in my life.
That's a great word.
But I don't know what attitude my boss would have to me.
Yeah.
Suddenly saying, "Oh no, I want work-life balance. I'll go out to 4 days a week." I mean, I'll tell him, of course, that I'm studying and that there's a goal here. But
so you think it might affect your?
It could backfire in terms of my job prospects.
Yeah,
my career prospects, I should say. And also financially.
Yeah.
That's gonna really impact.
That's very true. And getting some help.
That's an attractive option.
That sounds very attractive to anybody, doesn't it? Yeah. So if you're going to get some help, the advantage would be, I guess.
Oh yeah, look, it would free me up a day a week, and that's all I need to get this unit done, for sure. Mind you, I'd need her or him for a year coming in. But I don't know what the family would feel about a stranger coming into the house. We've never had a cleaner. I don't know how the family would feel about the expense.
Okay. So there's an expense there.
Yeah.
So I guess there's an expense in both cutting back at work and the help.
Yeah, there is. There's a financial element. You're right. Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got stop the course, be healthier.
Yep.
You don't feel great about yourself.
Correct. I don't know how I'd live with myself if I
cut back at work. You're telling me that you would have a more balanced life, but you would feel insecure in your job, which to me sounds a bit of a contradiction. Yeah. To be honest. Yeah. One sort of contradicts the other in my mind. Yeah. And if you were to get help, again, you would be freed up, but there'd be an expense to be incurred as well. Okay. So, what do you think would be the best option?
Just hearing you
intuitively
read those out. Intuitively, I think the best option really would be to get help. Okay. And then I don't ruin my career prospects. I mean, that's the whole reason that I'm studying, is to get ahead and work and grab those opportunities. Yeah. Because if I say to the boss, "Oh no, I'm coming back," I mean, so I need help. I need help in the home. Yeah.
But this decision, I'm presuming, isn't one that you can. It can't be a unilateral decision.
No. No, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Yeah. No, there needs to be consultation. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what would you say your first step's got to be? If you want to get this help, what have you got to do?
Bringing someone into the house as a cleaner or something.
Well, just help.
I'll help.
Let's just say help.
Well,
we don't know.
I suppose I have to talk to people about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Being my family.
Yeah. Okay. So that sort of
that in
loops
itself
back,
is
that loops back to your
a bit of an issue.
revelation, I guess, that you feel you're not as assertive as you would like to be.
No. Jock makes all the decisions in my
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, sort of running out of time now, so I think we've nutted out the fact that you want to get help. Actually, your goal is to get help.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
you need help.
I think you're right.
But
I don't know how to tackle that. I don't know.
Well, how about we set a goal? You've told me that you need to be able to communicate with your family about this. So how about we set a goal of between now and the next meeting, you do a little bit of research into assertiveness, and you don't have the meeting, but you just talk to your family and say, "Oh, here, do you want a meeting with Jake, or do you want a meeting with? Do you want a family meeting?"
Well, I think I'd actually find it easier if the kids were there.
Okay.
I think they're old enough now.
Yeah.
And frankly, they're teenagers. They should be pulling their weight.
Okay.
So maybe this is the opportunity to draw them into, and it might kind of, make it easier for me, because Jake's got very traditional ideas about who should do the work around the house.
Yeah.
And it's all a bit.
All right. So are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I quite like that idea. I think that's going to be a good approach, actually. Initially I thought, oh no, it's got to be with him, and I just can't do it, because every time I mention any domestic sort of issues, he just blows up. But maybe if the kids were around and included, and
yeah, you seem quite comfortable with that. Looks like it sits quite well with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So in summary, I just want to sort of summarise and make sure we're both on the same page about this. You come here with feeling stressed and unhealthy about your time management because of all your commitments. Yeah. And you've agreed that you need to get some help, but you can't do that autonomously. So you're going to have a family meeting about this, and before you do that, you're going to do a little bit of research about assertiveness. Does that? Do you agree with that?
I think that's a great starting point, definitely. Okay,
and then we can work from there.
Yeah.
And maybe later on, when we've got over this hurdle, we can work more on the assertiveness side of things.
I think I definitely need help with that, because my relationship with Jake is suffering as a result. You know, I can't communicate anymore. Yeah. So
that sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
Great. Yeah. Fantastic.
Good.
Okay. I think we are done now. So I did mention that we would have the review after 3 weeks.
Oh sure. Yeah, happy to do that. Okay. Yeah. But otherwise I'll see you same time next week.
Yeah, same time next week, and we'll go out and we'll sign the confidentiality and we'll work things out.
Yeah, I'll see you in reception.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Probably that. Come sit down, it's fine. No, I've got to do my questions now.
Oh.
If you remember. Okay, thank you for watching that, or enduring it, or whatever it may be. So that was part A. Now I'm going to do part B, which is answering a few questions. And I've got on here, question 1 is, what have I got written on my counseling notes? Well, I've got the date, and I've got the client's name, which I did prior to the initial session. I've got some information about her family life and her working life, and especially the situation that she finds herself in, where she's very stressed and she has time management issues. I have written down that we found she is not the most assertive person in the world, and we worked on 3 different options, 3 different solutions to the problem, and we came up with the solution that she would find help. We decided, I put no interventions. The next session will be a week's time, and her goals are to have a look into research assertiveness, and also set up a family meeting with her husband and her 2 teenage children, so they can all together work out a way of solving this, which is basically a family problem. Question 2, what will you write in each section of the counselling plan? It's a very good question. So in the counselling plan, I would write the client details. I would not need to refer any information or use any other agencies. There doesn't seem to be any special needs information that I need to include. Safety and reporting issues, there doesn't seem to be any risk involved at all here. The recording of clients on identified priorities, I would transfer the goal that the client has chosen and the steps you will take to achieve that goal. Observe client requirements, again that's probably the requirement is that she needs to understand how to be assertive and how to manage her life better in that regard. The goal is to do the research and set up the meeting, not actually have the meeting. I think the first goal is just to have the confidence to set the meeting up, and the monitoring, which will include at the next session we will review what the client managed to achieve and how she managed to achieve it. Okay, so question 3, reflect and evaluate on your counselling skills. What went well, what didn't go well, what should have been done differently, what areas do I need to develop? I think I looked at my notes probably a little bit too much. I think maybe I could have used a little bit more eye contact. I think I used encouragers quite well. Maybe I could have used a little bit more body language. I think my verbal encouragers were quite good, but my body language I'm not too sure about. I'll have to look at the video. The last question. Yeah, that's the last question. So, yeah, how did I think I went? For the first attempt, I think I went okay. Yeah. So I will switch this off and I'll send this as my practical assessment. Thank you.